Now, when it comes to Drake and Kendrick Lamar, things couldn't be more different. One is packing out arenas every single night, breaking records and making history. The other is It's All a Blur tour turned into a blur for real. Cancelled shows, refund chaos, and disappointed fans everywhere. It's wild to see because right now, for someone who's been clinging to fame for dear life, Drake's silence is starting to speak louder than his songs. After trying so hard to stay relevant since Not Like Us dropped a year ago, popping up with desperate attention grabs, sneak disses, and even pity moves to get people talking, the man who once ruled hip-hop can't seem to find his footing anymore. And now, for the first time since Kendrick flipped the entire rap world on its head with those brutal diss tracks, Drake has gone ghost. Fans are celebrating Kendrick's victory while Drake is nowhere to be seen. It's almost shocking. This is the same guy who used to post cryptic captions and hop on live streams just to prove he was still that guy. But now, total silence. No stories, no rants, no sneak disses, nothing. It's like Drake's finally realized that there's no comeback big enough to erase what Kendrick did. And maybe deep down he knows it's over. That realization must sting because this isn't the usual Drake arrogance. This is quiet defeat. For once, it feels like the biggest voice in hip-hop has lost his echo. And as everyone's celebrating Kendrick's win, Drake's just as fading out. No more dragging things out with half-hearted drama or fake beef energy. He's finally hit that point where even he can't pretend anymore. And before we dive even deeper into what this silence really means, what it says about where Drake's head is right now, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're almost at 100,000 and your support means everything. Let's keep this going because the truth about what's happening to Drake right now is just getting started. And so now, with all that said, when it comes to Drake, we're seeing something that nobody thought we ever would. Silence. For the first time in over a year, the man who couldn't stop talking, posting, or stirring things up has finally gone quiet. It's almost unbelievable because for so long, anything even remotely connected to him, a rumor, a post, a lyric, a whisper, turned into another desperate attempt to grab attention or revive his image. But now, nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is the same Drake who couldn't resist throwing subliminal shots, slipping sneaky disses into songs, or trying to twist the narrative his way. Yet, for weeks now, there hasn't been a single peep from him toward Kendrick Lamar or anyone in that circle. No petty IG captions, no cryptic emojis, not even a slick studio photo to tease some comeback. It's as if he finally ran out of ways to talk himself out of the hole he dug. And that's the real shocker here because Drake, the king of spinning situations and keeping himself trending, is finally doing what everyone told him to do after Kendrick cooked him alive. Disappear for a bit. Maybe regroup. Maybe think for once he's actually listening. Maybe not by choice but by defeat. It's wild to think that this is the same artist who spent over a decade controlling the narrative, jumping from one controversy to the next just to stay relevant. Now he's doing the one thing nobody expected, stepping back. And that silence. That's the loudest thing about him right now. Because let's be real, this isn't maturity or reflection. This is exhaustion. It's surrender. After a year of trying every trick in the book, trolling, boasting, even playing victim, Drake's finally run out of moves. His usual arrogance gone. His confidence fading. What we're witnessing isn't a new era of growth. It's the crash after the chaos. Drake taking a break isn't just rest. It's retreat. And if history has shown us anything, it's that when the loudest guy in the room suddenly goes quiet, it means the storm finally hit him. I mean, if you're watching this, you already know just how sad this downfall has become. It's almost painful to watch. The same man who once acted untouchable now reduced to silence. That's wild. What makes it even crazier is that Drake hasn't acted like a real rapper in years. He's been moving more like an influencer, posting selfies, chasing trends, and talking more about his lifestyle than his lyrics. So, for someone like that to suddenly stop chasing attention in every form possible, that says everything about where his head's at right now. Think about it. The last time we even saw Drake do anything was right around when Kendrick Lamar kicked off his grand national tour, which instantly turned into a cultural moment. Every night of that tour has been a victory lap for Kendrick. While Drake's name just keeps getting dragged through the mud. Kendrick didn't just beat him in a rap battle. He embarrassed him in front of the whole world. And Drake's response pathetic. The man dropped these random subliminal posts on social media hinting at ancient drama nobody even remembers anymore. Like seriously, these were callbacks to stuff so irrelevant that fans were laughing instead of clapping back. It was desperate. Like he was reaching into an empty bag trying to pull out one last trick and nothing came out. That's when it hit people. Drake doesn't even know how to fight back anymore. Every move he's made lately feels outdated, out of touch, and out of gas. Kendrick's living rent-free in his head while Drake's still trying to play chess on a board that Kendrick flipped over months ago. So yeah, for once, it really feels like Drake's been left out of the room. He's finally realized that his desperate attempts to stay in the game have just made him look worse. The chase for relevance, the fake confidence, the weak jabs, it's all catching up to him. And maybe, just maybe, Drake knows that trying to take down Kendrick Lamar isn't just hopeless anymore. It's embarrassing. And now with everything happening right now is becoming crystal clear. Kendrick Lamar isn't just winning the beef, he's winning the entire game. The Grand National Tour has exploded into one of the biggest moments in hip-hop history. With just a handful of shows, Kendrick's already pulled in more money than most rappers make in their entire careers. It's insane. And by the time this tour wraps, it's expected to crush every record in sight, including Drake's own. It's all a blur tour. Imagine that. The student turning around and completely outdoing the teacher. For Drake, this isn't just a bad look. It's the final nail in the coffin. His last bragging right. Tourin is officially being ripped away from him. Kendrick's shows are packed. His performances are electric. And his crowds are legendary. Meanwhile, Drake's name keeps shrinking from headlines that used to be all his. The balance of power in rap just shifted, and it's not even close anymore. Kendrick's not only dominating the stage, he's running the charts like nobody else ever has. His song Luther is sitting comfortably at #1, completely unbothered, and it's been untouchable for nearly 3 months straight. That kind of dominance hasn't been seen in ages. It's not just numbers. It's cultural impact. It's respect. It's authentic power. And what's Drake doing in response? Forcing Nokia down everyone's throat with some over-the-top IMAX music video rollout that nobody asked for. He tried to turn it into the next big anthem, but it flopped harder than anyone expected. Fans saw right through it. Another desperate attempt to prove he's still in control. But the truth, the control's gone. At this point, Kendrick Lamar isn't just beating Drake. He's rewriting what success in hip-hop even looks like. The fans are choosing sides every night, and the message couldn't be louder. Kendrick's the one running this era now. And Drake is just watching from the sidelines, realizing the kingdom he built isn't his anymore. Once again, Drake tried to spin a win. And once again, it blew up in his face. His single Nokia couldn't even sniff the kind of success Luther is having. Kendrick's record has been sitting untouched at #1 for nearly 12 straight weeks. 12, that's unheard of in today's music world. And that kind of streak isn't just about streams of sales. It's a message. It's proof that the crown officially belongs to Kendrick Lamar now, and Drake can't do a thing about it. And while Drake won't ever say it out loud, deep down he knows. He knows this is the end of his run. For the first time in his entire career, he's out of tricks, out of momentum, and out of options. That's why he's been hiding in silence lately. The man who once controlled every headline is suddenly nowhere to be found. He's not plotting. He's processing because reality just hit him like a brick. The era of Drake is over, and there's no comeback tour for this one. You can almost feel it. The defeat, the embarrassment, the realization that no matter how many distractions he throws at us, the games, the cryptic post, the fake confidence, it's done. The clock ran out. Hip-hop moved on without him. This isn't just another feud that Drake lost. This is the moment that hip-hop will remember forever as the one where Kendrick Lamar ended Drake's reign. And what makes this moment even crazier is that we've now officially hit the 1-year anniversary of that legendary back and forth. All those diss tracks that broke the internet, Not Like Us, Meet the Grams, and everything in between. They all just turned 1 year old. Fans everywhere are reliving the chaos, remembering how it felt when every drop shook the entire rap world. It was lightning in a bottle. Something the culture will never forget. Everywhere online, people are debating again, revisiting the music, breaking down lyrics, and laughing at how badly Drake got handled. And no matter how many diehard fans try to rewrite history or move the goalpost to make him look okay, the truth is clear. Kendrick didn't just win, he dominated. He out-rapped him, outplanned him, and outlasted him. Now, hip-hop has its lesson written in stone. Never come for Kendrick Lamar unless you're ready to lose it all. And Drake, he learned that the hard way. And even when we look at the people around Drake right now, man, it's chaos. You can tell how lost they all are just by how they're talking. The silence from Drake has everyone in his circle spinning out, trying to rewrite what the world already saw with their own eyes. Even academics and more, the loudest voices defending him, are crashing harder than ever. And it's honestly getting embarrassing. As the one-year anniversary of the Kendrick vs. Drake beef hit, these guys started scrambling. They've been running around online trying to reframe history, twisting the story like fans don't remember how it actually went down. But the more they talk, the worse it gets. The coping is unreal. And Maul especially has taken it to a new level of ridiculous. Just recently, he tried debating DJ Head and it was a total disaster. Instead of defending Drake with logic, he just exposed how deep the delusion runs in OVO's camp. You could see it. The frustration, the denial, the mental gymnastics, all to protect an image that's already shattered. It's like watching someone argue that the sky isn't blue while standing outside on a clear day. And then came the quote that broke the internet. Maul actually said, "Drake didn't lose the battle. The battle lost him." Like what? That might go down as one of the worst, most laughable lines in hip-hop history. It's not even just wrong, it's embarrassing. A whole new level of coping that shows how desperate they are to avoid admitting what everyone knows. Drake lost, plain and simple. Meanwhile, Drake's still silent. No posts, no statements, no music, nothing. It's like he left his crew to fight battles he already gave up on. And instead of holding him accountable, they're spinning wild theories just to save face. But every time they open their mouths, it only makes things worse. At this point, even Drake's biggest supporters are proving just how bad things have gotten. The OVO circle isn't defending a win anymore. They're defending delusion. The silence from Drake and the spiraling from his people show the same thing loud and clear. This empire has officially fallen apart. I mean, honestly, this entire situation has turned into a circus. And somehow, it keeps getting messier. Every wild take from Maul and academics just adds more confusion, more noise, and more proof that Drake's whole empire is crumbling from the inside out. It's insane how they're trying to spin this narrative when everyone else is talking about the real moments that changed hip-hop forever. The ones that Kendrick Lamar created while Drake fell apart in real time. When you put it all in perspective, it's just pure embarrassment for Drake. Between his friends' unhinged takes, the way fans are revisiting every disc, and Kendrick's grand national tour dominating headlines, Drake's downfall is playing out in high definition. The more Kendrick wins, the worse Drake's losses look. That tour alone has completely buried the last bit of hype Drake had left. Fans are literally watching in real time as Kendrick cements himself as the new king of hip-hop while Drake fades into the background. The truth is, the clock really has run out. Drake had an entire year to flip the story, to rebuild his image, to take control back. But instead, he fumbled every single opportunity. He made all the wrong moves, kept pretending he was still running things, and refused to accept reality. Now he's stuck. He never adjusted, never evolved, and never accepted that the world had already moved on. Even when he got a tiny spark of momentum with Nokia, it vanished just as quickly as it came. It wasn't a comeback. It was a last gasp. Because deep down, Drake knows the truth. The era where he sat at the top of hip-hop is over. That crown isn't coming back. And when you really think about it, that's the difference between him and Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick didn't just win the beef. He elevated the entire culture. He did it with class, precision, and respect for the art form while still dropping moments that shook the entire industry. He didn't just embarrass Drake, he reminded everyone what real hip-hop greatness looks like. So now, as Drake stands 1 year removed from the last time he truly held any real influence, he's finally facing it. He's not the man anymore. The throne's been taken, the story's been written, and Kendrick Lamar didn't just walk away with the victory. He walked away as the leader of the entire genre. Within just 1 year, Kendrick Lamar has taken hip-hop to heights nobody, not even Drake, ever reached. It's wild to witness. From his Super Bowl appearance to Not Like Us, becoming one of the biggest songs of this generation, to GNX sitting comfortably in the top 5 since the day it dropped, Kendrick's domination is absolute. He's doing what Drake always claimed to do, but with real respect, real art, and real power behind it. And when you add that to an entire stadium tour selling out in minutes across the world, it's game over. You can feel it in the air, the shift, the energy, the celebration of an artist who's actually pushing the culture forward instead of chasing clout. Kendrick's not just performing. He's leading a movement. Meanwhile, over in the OVO camp, they can't even find one empty seat at a Kendrick show to clown. Every arena's packed, every fan screaming word for word, and Drake's team can't do a thing about it. For Drake, that's got to sting. He spent years building his brand on dominance. But now he's watching someone else do it bigger, better, and without the gimmicks. All the narratives he tried to spin, the petty disses, the fake confidence, the endless excuses, they've all crumbled. No matter how he tries to twist it, everyone can see the truth. Kendrick Lamar owns this moment. And Drake's finally out of moves. And his silence, that's not strategy anymore. That's surrender. When Drake goes quiet, it's not confidence, it's defeat. He's out of bars, out of tricks, and out of words to save face. This isn't the same guy who used to troll the internet at 3 a.m. just to prove a point. This is a man who knows the fight's over. Because at this point, there's nothing left for him to say. Kendrick Lamar didn't just win a battle, he claimed an era. And Drake, for the first time ever, is realizing that no matter how hard he tries to deny it, the game has officially passed him by. And so now, with everything that's unfolded, Drake has officially run out of options. He's got nothing left to give. This is the first time in his entire career we've seen him this quiet, and that silence speaks louder than any diss track ever could. It's shocking to see because for years Drake's whole brand was built on being loud, always online, always involved, always poking at something. But now crickets, the man's completely vanished. And what's wild is the timing. We're right at the one-year anniversary of Not Like Us, Meet the Grams, and all those moments where Kendrick Lamar single-handedly redefined hip-hop and buried Drake in the process. And now, in this moment of celebration for Kendrick's dominance, Drake's silence hits even harder. It's like the final confirmation. Kendrick didn't just beat him, he broke him. Of course, knowing Drake, he'll probably pop back up at some point trying too hard, being extra annoying, pretending like none of this ever happened. But the damage is already done. Right now, as Kendrick continues to break records and perform to sold-out crowds around the world, Drake's got nothing but silence. And that silence is deafening. Kendrick Lamar has officially left Drake speechless. That's something nobody thought would ever happen. But here we are. The man who used to control every headline can't even control his own comeback anymore. And with more wins stacking up for Kendrick every single week, who knows how long Drake's going to stay in hiding. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Drake going this quiet? Does it show he finally accepted the loss? Or is he just waiting for the perfect moment to make noise again? Because after everything that's gone down this past year, it's clear that this silence isn't confidence, it's defeat. And if you made it all the way to this point in the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss what's coming next because this story is far from over. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. It helps me out a ton. And listen, now that we've officially hit the anniversary of one of the most historic moments hip-hop has ever seen, I just dropped a full retrospective that takes you right back into the chaos that changed everything. From the first shots fired between Drake and Kendrick to the wildest reactions that shook the entire culture, this deep dive breaks down every move, every lyric, and every turning point that redefined what it means to win a rap battle. This wasn't just another beef. This was a cultural reset. It didn't just change hip-hop, it changed the entire music industry forever. You seriously don't want to miss this one. So hit that like, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next.